Good afternoon everyone, today we're looking at another Lorus watch review today, so let's get right onto it, shall we? Looking around the outside the box, we've got this simple cardboard glossy outside cover. Inside, we've got again, same sort of theme, pure white with a silver Lorus logo, a simple lift off lid, very smooth, very light in feel. Inside, got a guarantee card and instruction manual, nicely labelled. Nice silver cushion. So here we go guys, this is the Lorus Batman RH921LX9. So, watch is 42mm in case diameter with a 8mm case thickness, so it's not a really thick watch. Retails around about £30, weight probably around about 80 grams, so it's not too heavy, and operates on a full quartz movement, as you can see from that ticking hand there. The ticking hand seems to line up with the increments quite nicely, which is a nice touch as well. Let's have a look at the dial. So the dial here is it's a black sunray dial with a line effect going across the whole face. As you can see there, you're not going to see it with the light on it. Full line effect going across there. Nice blue second hand as well to match the bottom half of that Batman themed bezel, and a full Rolex style increment system with the multiple style shapes. The only difference is they've got a double dash at the top here rather than a single dash. You also got a little dotted increment system inside the actual face around the outside of the dial. You also got a date dial that sits in at the 4 PM, which you don't often see on watches, especially of this type. And to match that, you've got a crown in a similar sort of position. Inside the actual face, you've got no markings or anything like you might have on a Rolex. Just a full mirror back plate inside there. Coming out to the casing, it's a full stainless steel casing with a mineral glass cover, not sapphire or anything like that. It's got a lined effect on the top of the case, you might be able to see it here. Lined effect here, and a lined effect coming out to the strap. Just matching the gradient of the strap and how that lines up in terms of the lined effect on the finish. The bezel is fixed in place on a flat non-clicker movement, so it's got an older style number system as well. If you look at older style Rolexes, you might see the numbers look a bit similar to how they are on these ones, but if you compare it to a newer one, the numbers on new Rolexes look a little bit bigger than the ones on the older ones. Let's have a look at the dial. Not the dial side, the crown. A simple popper system, just to pop that out to the first position. Got quite a cheap crown movement here. Judging, I'm not having to move that crown very much for the hands to spin around the face. I'm not really a big fan of that, but you are paying £30 for it, so it's not too bad for a start. It's one of the cheap ones. There's no screw down effect on the crown, it just slots back in place. So let's go around the back. On the back, you've got a circular lined effect to the Lorus back plate there, with some more markings on the back. The watch itself is waterproof to 100 meters. Coming out to the strap, you've got a strap that follows a cheaper style design of an oyster petrol strap. If you look at C-grade replicas on Facebook Marketplace or something like that, they'll have similar sort of straps. Yeah, it does have a bit of a tinny feel to it, and there's a bit of play on the strap here when you're moving it around. But what do you expect? Yeah, you're paying £30, so a full line defect on that strap. The strap itself is 22mm band. If you wanted to change the strap to another one, you'll need a 22mm band width addition. Coming down to the clasp, you've got a full Lorus engraved clasp there, with plenty of options for adjustment on the side. The clasp itself is a double fold over cheap star mechanism with no serial numbers printed inside. Let's have a look with it on the wrist. So there we go, guys. That is the Lorus Batman RH922.